God. Non-judgmental. I'm going to be judgmental.
Non-judgmental. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you hear something, you absolutely get mad. I mean, you can be a little judgmental, but...
Non-judgmental does not support aggressive and violent sex. It's metal, but it does support
No, it's
sex with metal. We're explaining it, and he still can't comprehend the sound. I can't wait till he hears it.
And that metal wasn't phoning it in. I'm telling you, man, when it comes to Megadeth, we'll dabble to you.
As long as they're worthy.
Not if you get some bitch you don't screech out.
Well, that's why you don't keep them.
We'll dabble to you.
What's kind of person to say I told us so? You know what? I told us so. I fucking told us so.
Thanks for checking out Non-Judgmental. Be sure to check out the Facebook and Instagram. And be sure again to check out the Star City Punkcast, also on Facebook and Instagram.
Leave me alone! Satan's got me by the fucking hand!
There was no laugh about it, really.
I've listened to that voice.
What do you think? I like it.
Good.
I like prog metal.
Okay. Is it metal?
Yes.
Is it metal?
Yes.
He says it's metal.
Prog metal.
Man.
If you say that's not metal, then you might as well say Dream Theater and Queensryche and all the bands that...
Dream Theater has a little bit of metal vocal in it. Like, I haven't heard a Caligula's horse sound.
Dude, yeah, have you ever heard of I Am Abomination? It's heavy as shit, but he doesn't scream at all. It's all clean vocals. But it's solid.
Like what kind of clean vocals?
Like, he's kind of, like, high-pitched, like, yeah, like high-pitched fucking clean vocals. I can't do them.
You need to share something like that to the page. I really think that the vocals actually, like, believe it or not, that's what makes a song metal or not. It's the metal vocals, and once you put that...
See, I can't necessarily agree with that because that just kind of shoots metal into one. And I don't agree because what about hair metal? Ozzy never screeched a nasty guttural screech the entire time, and you'll have a hard time convincing metalheads that Ozzy's not metal. He's one of the grandfathers of it.
I feel like, but he's grandfathered in.
Grandfather.
You may be grandfathered in or not, but I mean, like, without the inspiration that's not there, that doesn't mean eventually it gets to the point where that old school stuff. Alright, in that argument, you're saying, okay, well, Black Sabbath and Ozzy are metal because they're grandfathered into it, but a band like The Sword, that is less than 15, 16 years old, not aged themselves, but they've been around that long in the mainstream market, sound a lot like Black Sabbath, very heavily influenced, same styling, and something you would say, oh, that's not metal, but this is. Then I'm like, where's the fine line between that?
That's what I'm asking. I don't think
metal does not have to have a scream.
I think it's insane that you said it's metal because I almost bought the argument because there's got to be a line in the sand, and I think that New Age Sword might even be grandfathered in due to the subgenre of classical hair, almost metal from that particular.
Well, I mean, but it's like no one would argue that Metallica's not a metal band, even Mr. Anti-Metallica over here. But sad but true, that's an arena rock song from hell. Doesn't matter how you slice it. Me and my buddy Narkill were talking about it the other day, dude. Narkill will tell you straight up. It's fucking arena rock song.
You're picking that one song, though. You got to look at.
I'm not picking that one song. Like every band has something like. All right, look at the style of Metallica. Most people don't like when you get to the more catchier choruses and stuff out of like the thrash metal era. But on the song Escape.
Caligula's Horse?
No, Metallica's Escape. It's
off the newer albums?
No.
Okay,
dude. Escape is off Rise of Light.
Way back.
Yeah. We're talking. That's an old school one. Escape is that. But it to me and him were talking. We were like, that song doesn't fit on that album in a way because it kind of does have a catchy chorus and it sounds like the influence they had for the stuff now. To me, all opinions, but you get what I mean. Like, I don't know if there's an actual line. I don't think there can be a fine line. I think if there's a line to determine between rock and metal, I think it's fucking ocean almost. Because there's a lot of things you can do in everything.
There's got to, okay, I understand.
Primus.
The waters are muddy, absolutely prog metal. I know it's not metal, right, in that particular aspect, but for some reason we give prog the same, a little bit of a metal fucking handicap. Like, it's still prog rock. You could still technically say that, right?
You could, yeah.
But
depending on how you look. But see, I think someone who was like, oh, I'm a prog rock guy, could listen to prog metal and still get into it and hear different things. because there are certain ways about prog metal that kind of distinguish it. That's why it has its own subgenre, right? I mean, without getting into heavy detail, man, and having to go through a whole, like, pretty much Wikipedia-style list of why, it's just, there's going to be minute differences that change something from one genre to something else to other people.
But that's how you become an expert.
All right, like, well, you mentioned rap metal people. Most of the time they automatically think about Limp Bizkit or a band like that, right? Older style. Because, I mean, just the pioneers of it. They were kind of the guys that really kind of bring it in the fold. There were bands at the same time, Downset, Rage Against the Machine. And I would argue that they are just as strong as that category, obviously, when it comes to metal.
Is Rage really rap metal? I know
it. I definitely would say so. I always would have thought Rage Against the Machine was rap metal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did he busted out a chorus? He just had, there was just intent in his lyrics. He had a lot of intent in his lyrics.
Alright, so a System of a Down rap metal?
Well, there's certain parts of it that would kind of, to me, feel like they would be in that vein. But ultimately, most people aren't going to look at them like that. But if somebody was like, I like rap metal, I really like System of a Down, and you like System of a Down too,
right,
you may be like, I don't really look at it as rap metal, but you guys aren't going to disagree on that. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think it's like a fine line, like you're walking around like, dude, I absolutely love black metal. I love black metal. I love black metal, but I stepped over the cross and now I'm into Black Speed.
That's the same.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's got to be the vocality. It's got to be the vocals. That's the only thing that I can really, because the speed can always be different, the heaviness can always be different, but it seems like the vocals, once the vocalist goes into the of any sort, it seems like that's what makes it metal. Just because Breaking Benjamin, they're pretty good rock and shit, right? But at the same time, like, it doesn't classify as, you don't like them at all. Not even Polyamorous, the first album.
I only went and saw them here when they came the last time. Seven Dust was opening.
Right.
And I was like, a chance to see Seven Dust. You know who was better than Breaking Benjamin? Shinedown.
Fuck that.
Nope.
Shinedown.
One of the best rock and roll bands out there, dude. I'm not even kidding you. They're not metal, but they're rock, and they do rock and roll right. They put on a great stage show.
You like Seether too?
They played live at the festival. They put on a decent show.
I fucking hate Seether.
I'm not a fan of them either. I don't own a single album, but I mean, like, when they rock a good show, man, there's such a difference between live and in there. But no, and see, I don't think the vocals do it because, like, all right, let's look at sludge and stoner and doom metal. Some of that shit's slow. Some of it's, you know, the way it's played. It's a certain style of music. But sometimes the vocals will be high screeches. Sometimes they'll be deep gutturals. And that doesn't change the fact that...
Yeah, but y'all tell me one doom metal band y'all actually like.
I'm not saying I'm into doom metal, but I mean, I've heard doom metal and I know what it is. It's not about what I like.
My hands
but,
are up.
like, what I'm asking you is, like, just either see it or not my point, that when it comes to, like, a band like that, their vocals can be... or they can be...
Yeah, but they're still metal vocals.
They're still metal vocals. But I don't think the style of vocals necessarily changes it.
I just want to know if anybody can bring something else to the line. Like,
okay,
I understand.
So without a high-pitched scream, you're not talking about the... So you're talking about, like, the... Not metal, not really metal, but the...
It can still be guttural. Once you put the force behind the vocals, that turns... I think that's what turns the knob to 11. It was at 10 for rock and shit, but once you went...
So I get what you're saying. Merciful Fate and King Diamond were never metal.
King Diamond did In the Fire.
Yeah, but he never once went.
Actually, yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, King Diamond has the high pitch, and that's what he's known for. But King Diamond also does metal vocals.
Yeah, I know he can do the metal vocals.
Well, then I
Well, I don't think that's that. I think that's like a theatrical, like, push with his throat. I don't consider that the same as, like, the same type of scream that you're getting. Yeah, it's a fucking wonderful song.
Well,
See, even me bringing it up brought that out of you guys.
Yeah, but I'm
it's
saying he's not going the whole time.
Yes, but in my opinion, dude, as a vocalist, what he's doing sounds to me more like just raspy spoken word than it does the whole on screen.
At least he's trying.
It's not about trying. Like, dude, anybody can try.
At least he's like, I need to do something metal.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Do it. I'm not debating that it's metal.
No, he's saying the vocals can make or break the metal song.
That I agree with.
So he's saying that I think you are misunderstanding. I'm saying the song has to be metal to begin with, but if you put some shitty whiny pussy shit on it, it's rock.
Who doesn't love Fraggle Rock?
We're just gonna say it right here today, right here on Non-Judgmental.
Fraggle Rock is
fucking metal.
Who wants to divorce somebody if you're making good money for yourself? Why not just contract somebody to kill them?
What if your husband was Gene Simmons and it's like the music's not good? It just seems like we're just making money over fist and trying to trademark everything under the sky.
Has Gene Simmons said anything good?
Dude, he was on
not this week.
You shouldn't be. He was on Adam Carolla this week.
Was he? What did he say?
Just Gene Simmons' whole outlook on everybody else being less than human if you're not somewhat on par with like top shelf people, like top tier people.
Oh yeah, he definitely seems like that asshole. I've always told people, man, like I think he's so out for himself.
Right.
And it's so obvious when we watch everything he does. I don't know. I can't half stand the guy. Like, cool, man, you made shock rock a thing, and now it grew into something actually pretty cool.
Shock rock. That's the terminology.
I don't know. Maybe he's just gotten to the point where he's forgotten why he is where he is. If it weren't for all these people he's talking shit about and buying his records and going to his shows, he'd be nobody just like everybody else. But he's got a fan base. And granted, I'm saying,
Facebook, like
dude, no, all this other shit though never existed when Kiss first came out. All right, but I'm just saying, he wants to talk shit about people who aren't on par with him, but at the same time, if everybody was on par with him, he'd be fucking nobody.
What if I don't want to be on par with him? Like, what if I want to like surpass the par? Or
I mean, you just gotta understand. He's made a label for himself. He's a decent businessman,
right.
Obviously. Like, they're good with finances. I'm saying, just his name, it's out there. You know,
I really hate that.
Gene Simmons is a fucking household name. He's had TV shows. You know, he's made a name for himself just out of the rock, whether it was good or bad. Huh?
True tongue implant.
I don't know if it's a tongue implant as much as it's just a modification. I think he had some certain amount of skin removed that holds the tongue in, so now he can stick his tongue out further.
Well, it's definitely agreed he is an asshole. I think that's something we all.
Look, you don't have to be a nice person to be successful.
I swear, I've always said it. I was like, the son of a bitch would try to monetize his fucking death. Like, there's going to be tickets to his funeral. Like, no bullshit.
What's the rest of Kiss doing though? Do they look at this guy like, dude, cut it the fuck out, bro. Like, we're still selling records. If you can just shut the fuck up.
They're all going to sell records. Each one
right.
of them
I don't know.
Unless they fucked up terribly, they should all be pretty rich.
I don't even know if half of them talk anymore. Like, I think
right?
I don't know if it's. I don't think it's original lineup on the stage anymore. I just don't follow them because I saw Kiss on like one of their reunion tours, and when they kept going on reunion tours, I was like, it's not a reunion if you keep going. It's tours, and I seen them once. With Ted Nugent.
Right.
Skid Row.
The Nuge. You saw Stranglehold live?
I did. I seen Stranglehold. I saw, you know who fucking rocked?
Who was that?
Skid fucking Row, man. Skid fucking Row,
Sebastian.
dude.
I like Sebastian just because he's on Trailer Park Boys.
Sebastian Bach is a funny motherfucker, and he's metal.
He's metal.
I mean, dude, he's got some pipes on him.
18 in life, bro. 18 in life.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, that was a good time. I gotta admit, for you, I was the
Skid Row is not a good time. Are you fucking kidding me? No, the music is good, but like the real Skid Row in California.
Oh no, I'm sure. No, I'm just talking. I'm talking about seeing them live was a good time. What's important is the whole point of trying to be non-judgmental. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you hear something, you absolutely get mad.
One last thing before we completely just disregard this whole Metal Hammer shit, right? I looked at a song the other day that was released in 1997. Tell me something. How is this not even on the top 20?
What is this?
Blur, Song 2.
Oh, that one that'll...
When I feel heavy metal.
Yeah, everybody knows that one, man. Yeah.
How's that not on the 20 list?
I don't know.
Fuckers? I don't know. Nonetheless.
Yeah, you would think that, well, I get what you're saying. Like, maybe it's not necessarily like, oh, this is a true fucking metal hit, but
right.
If Nirvana and Pearl Jam need to be on there, then surely they could be removed and given, that song could give on there.
I hate to say it, even Pantera maybe give one of those back. I don't know which one you take, but he's like, hey.
Hey, stop it. Hey. Let's talk about it. It's the one thing the list got right. I'm just kidding. No, man, but I am going to be a little judgmental this week. I am gonna be a little judgmental. I'm a little pissed off. Because you brought up from
Decapitated.
Decapitated. Yeah, have you followed this week? And I'm not mad about this. And this is go right off the bat. I'm just gonna say this isn't about them or what they're accused of doing or what they didn't do or what they did do. I, for one, think that, like with any case, wait for the facts. Wait for the proof, because whatever side you take, you could be on the wrong one just because, you jump to conclusions. I don't like to jump to conclusions and assumptions. So I'm not doing that. This is not an opinion about what they did. This is an opinion about how the metal community's handled it. Because it's irritating. Because have you read the comments in this shit?
Over half just completely shitting on the band, saying how this is going to be it.
That's it.
It's over. It's over for the
Career
whole
done.
band.
No getting out of it. Once you get there, but that's not even it. Let's take that out. We'll get to that. Here's what's pissing me off.
Can I be honest and interject real quick?
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Who's gonna stop listening to a hardcore death metal, like very, very good metal band?
Kids with short attention spans.
I still would listen to Decapitated. I'm sorry, anybody who's into black metal already knows that half of those bands are involved in serious church burnings and all kinds of good shit. So it's just some false accusations. I mean, mayhem.
Read up, man.
Dude. Get in on your black metal. You might become a fan of black metal just for the sheer fact that they are serious about what they're doing. But back to you.
So what irritates me the most about this situation is, with the Decapitated, not the case, not the band, the metal community. Not only are they saying that it's going to hurt the band's career, they're like, but it's going to hurt the metal community as a whole. And to me, that struck me as odd because I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, are we that weak-minded that an individual circumstance can't happen with one out of tens and thousands and hundreds of thousands of bands on the planet, that whether it be true or not, that overall it's going to hurt it. And they say, well, people have always attacked metal, and they're right. In the 70s with Ozzy and the Kiss Army and Satanism, and in the 80s with Dee Snider, man, he testified in front of Congress like defending the music and defending the rights for the free speech. It is an art form. And in the 90s, we experienced it, man. You went to school, you like music, man. Remember Columbine when that happened? Man, the day after, I had a Slayer shirt on. I was like, you need to take that off. That's offending people. Like, I was actually told that at our school by an official. You need to not do that. That's hurtful to people's feelings. And maybe at the time it was. That's not what this is about either. But what these people are saying are like, it's always going to be attacked. It's always going to be blamed for something, and now it's going to be 10 times worse. And I'm like, I just think that for a community that I love and respect, that I think that there's so much unity in, I think that is such a cowardly point of view. Because you're saying that these people aren't strong enough to do you notice a difference?
I'm not too worried.
I'm not either.
If you remember history, when they were blaming Manson for the whole Columbine thing, and they're saying, oh, his music, got these kids all riled up and got them hating the world and stuff like that, and they put him on the spot. And then he went ahead and broke it down for everybody, and it made them all look like fools. And he's pretty much just like, dude, I just make music. I'm not the parents who let their kids pretty much stockpile weapons in the basement without anybody knowing. And it's like, I'm not the parents of the kids who let their children go and abuse other people.
I'm the guy that would have reported you had I seen that. But regardless, there's a sense of responsibility, and we know this. But and before we get any further, like I said, what's irritating me the most is in the last 20 years since events like that happened. Have you not seen, does it not feel like there's more metal festivals, there's more places to go to enjoy yourself for the type of music that we like? I don't feel like it's completely underground anymore. I think that it's more accessible now than it ever has been, and I think the community is stronger.
I feel like that's because not every metalhead goes around thinking, it's like, dude, the people who are listening to metal now and have progressed have learned that it's like you don't have to portray everything that you listen to in your lifestyle. You don't have to sit there and wear leather and spikes and makeup and stuff. It's like, yeah, the bands you listen to might But we've grown up and learned you can be metal as fuck. Being you.
And you know what? I'm cool if you do. But I think you're right on that. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of brought me down, bro. So I think we're at the jam out some metal right quick. Look, dude, check this out. Leo, you ain't gonna believe this.
What?
Dude, is that not fucking a brand new message from somebody? Right up there, right?
Dude,
Looks like we got a
that's from the new
message.
Gmail account.
Oh my shit.
What's it say?
You got some feedback.
Who's it from?
That podcast on Facebook, like I'm not sure.
Metallica Mike!
Oh my lord.
Oh my god, dude. We have an email from Metallica Mike.
That's what's up.
So you know he's a metal fan, right off the bat.
Oh, shit,
right
bro.
off the bat, fucking listening to Non-Just Metal Podcast, man. Check that out on Facebook and Twitter.
Reverb-nation.
Anywhere else you
Castbox.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Dear Non-Judge Metal, and we're listening, bud. We got a little list. Number 1, fuck you.
Oh,
What?
Fuck! I should have seen this. Fuck! Goddamn Metallica, Mike. Leo, I told you.
You know what it is.
Fucking do
I know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you want to know what number 2 is?
What?
Number 2. Anyone who doesn't like Metallica should suck a dick fresh out of a butt.
That's.
I think maybe we opened this band a little too soon.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's not be biased too much, because number
kinda
3's
funny.
me. It's the last point too, I guess he wants to make. Fucking stupid Mike. McGruff likes Faith No More, but doesn't like A7X. Is he handicapped? Is his point 3 is a question of my mental stability.
Well, do you have a sticker? Like, I don't know. I don't think you do. That's kind of. It's kind of lowbrow, honestly, when it comes down to it.
Possibly. Here's his critique of our show. Ready for this one?
Give it to me.
I finally thought a podcast called Non-Judgmental would be a place I could go and listen to guys who knew better than to insult the greatest band in the world. He has Metallica in parentheses there, Leo. Big letters. Big fucking letters.
The opinion's starting to drop.
But I was wrong.
In value.
But I was wrong.
Okay. Well.
In the future, if you idiots could please stick to saying things that are true for my sanity and the sanity of the rest of your listeners.
Huh.
P.S. Metallica rock and Disturbed rock too.
Well.
Somebody stuck in the 90s.
I'm saying they definitely rock, right? They definitely rock, but they're not metal as fuck. So get over it, bro. This is non-judgmental. We judge the fuck out of rock.
Yeah, dude. Literally.
Fuck.
You know, I want your opinions and stuff, but you also got to remember when it comes to opinions, if I want to hear assholes talk, I'll fart. It is not always, a correct one on there. So, you told us what you feel, so very humbly and graciously, pretty please, with sugar on top, Metallica Mike, suck my asshole.
Seriously, next time
you have a good night just doing that.
Just why don't you give a little bit more constructive criticism rather than just criticize?
We didn't even. I like Metallica.
That too.
And I even come in and said A7X have a ton of talent, just not my thing.
Yeah.
Oh, but because I like Faith No More, all of a sudden I'm an idiot. But you think people need to go around sucking phalluses out of buttholes?
Yeah, it does.
I don't know, it's pretty good. I might use that one later.
Yeah, honestly, that wasn't an insult.
We're stealing it, Metallica Mike, free.
Hey.
Thanks for the free
Anything you
insults.
say to non-judgmental is property of non-judgmental.
What's the kind of person to say I told her so? But you know what? I told her so. I fucking told her so.
Who doesn't love Fraggle Rock? We're just going to say it right here today, right here on Non-Judgmental.
Fraggle Rock is
fucking metal.
A 1,000 years beforehand in a previous life, when everybody was like, bro, Zeus and shit, they don't exist. So they'll probably just be myths.
So we're
later on. They were right. I'll be right.
We're getting to that point now where I think we gotta go ahead and go to the next segment or something like that, talking about getting high and chilling and talking about anything else that's going on in the world and shit, for real, because metal is fucking great and it's beautiful and we try to give you a heads up on what's going on and shit, but guess what?
Speaking of getting high and chilling, you're right, talking about things coming out.
Yeah.
Did you check out that, what's that funny show on Netflix just came out, Disjointed?
Yes sir.
Man, I'm about halfway through that, man, on your recommendation. I gotta say, I am laughing my ass off.
Just be careful, don't smoke too much weed and get into the end of it.
I don't Let's
be careful.
Dude, it reminds me of like
That's cool how recommendations go though, for real, because it was Philip DeFranco that recommended Train to Busan to me.
Yeah.
I brought it up to you and you're like, yo, fucking Koreans. They got
movie,
a motherfucking
man. Great movie.
killer zombie concept. Yo, they got that fast zombie shit that you're talking about 28 days later. And I'm like, alright.
And then you watch it on the couch.
I fucking hate subtitles, dude. I fucking hate them. I dealt with them. Like 15 minutes of subtitles, I only get into the story and shit, but like, you don't have to understand the story to feel the story once you start watching it and shit. Train to Busan, definitely. And then I'm still on that Archer shit. Like, I can't, it's just a good show to go and try to
You know,
Boys.
Fucking love Archer.
I love
It's a good
Trailer Park
show.
Boys. Archer has never caught me to where I can watch it consistently. I enjoy it. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's funny. I can see why it's one of the top ones. It's just every time I've gotten a chance to watch it, I guess I'm not in the right frame of mind or I'm not with the right people. So I haven't got sucked in. But I really want to.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to enjoy it. I'm kind of glad that it has 9 or 10 seasons now. It's been on forever.
Forever, yeah.
Which is good because that means when I finally do get time to sit and watch it, I get a week's vacation, man, I can just sit on the couch and bake out and just watch all of it.
As much as I bake out and stuff, like, I get dirty thoughts because I know Aisha Taylor, the chick that plays Luna and shit, and like, she's fucking hot in the show and like, she speaks pretty hot and shit. Like, I like her act. Like, I don't know, but nonetheless.
I don't know. In that case, I don't see any problem with jerking it to a
I don't know what else to say. The last episode I saw the other day was when she left Cyril and ended up fucking with Archer and shit. And like, yeah, it was cartoon, soft core, but it was fucking hot. And I was like, dude, I don't know what my problem is. Like, I don't know if I'm, nonetheless, check those out. Archer.
I might do that, yeah, but that's disjointed, man. I definitely recommend that to people too.
Definitely.
Like I said, I'm not halfway through it. Me and Vivo been catching it. It's a charm. Just
Right.
a blast.
Kathy Bates. I didn't like Misery. 1. 2. Didn't realize the rotten or fucking fried green tomatoes.
Rotten green.
I did, right? Because I really, like, I like the new chips by Lay's. They got some good chips, fried green tomatoes. It almost tastes like it's got the mayonnaise in the sandwich with the tomato. Like, it's fucking delicious. Okay. The movie, they fucking ate that dude. They stewed him up and ate him.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until I was like 30. I saw the movie probably like 14 times. From the kid, like, I don't know why I thought it was a good movie. I didn't really notice that part of
You
it.
see it
but
now, you're like, I don't like this.
no, I loved it. I loved it more because I guess that
Oh yeah, so it actually gave it. You're actually like, damn.
I
That's
understood why
better than I
everybody.
thought it was.
I understood why everybody made a fucking big deal about it and shit. That's why I was like, that's fucking cool that movie can still have staying power like that, even in today's society and shit.
Yeah, I like when things hold up. You fucking laugh. To me, the Contortionists released their album Clairvoyant, which is a follow-up to Languages, man, which I absolutely love. These guys definitely were a lot heavier in the past, but this one seems more like they're trying to hit like a
Melodic.
yeah, like they're trying to find their own sonic sound. Like, you know, it's definitely got a lot of atmosphere to it. I guess is
Sonic
a good way.
Youthy?
No,
Okay.
definitely not. Definitely not.
Negative.
I know you didn't like it, but don't dump, man.
Yes,
Like
I
the
really-
the talent's there, and you might, and even if you haven't checked it out, you might find something you like.
I could have said like closing time, semisonic kind of shit. You know what I mean?
No. Let's just be clear. You want to hear this? Please check it out. It doesn't sound anything like Sonic Youth or Semisonic, but it's not that. It's prog metal.
Dude, metal homework this week. Still, I'm on that 100 Suns shit harder than a motherfucker. Like, the more I listen to it, the more I like it. And then I'm looking on YouTube and I find out, like, they're such a new band. Their 11th live performance ever. Like, 35-minute show. Like, 6 of the best songs off the album. They posted that on YouTube.
Oh, really?
And I posted it to Vitamin Nick page because, like I said, I haven't really heard too much from you guys about the whole 100 Suns. Like, I don't want to be pushing them like this.
No, push it to me. Now you got me curious.
The last apology shit, is it come off like he's whining? Somewhat. But the rhythm of it reminds me of like the volumes kind of like mixture type of shit where you feel something inside when you listen to it.
Though, man, always prepping to push it out to us because some of the fans, man, they might like that high pitched vocals. They might enjoy it.
I've shared the last apology to it, and I think I was the only one that liked it. That's why I was like literally on the page, like. That's why I was like, well, fuck it. Maybe other people ain't ready for it.
You never know.
We'll check it out.
You never know till you try.
No, I'll check it out, man. And if I like it, I'll definitely push for it too. So,
Nonetheless.
Well, anyway, if you guys have any more scathing emails you want to send in to us, feel free at nonjudgmental@gmail.com. Is that right? That's right.
That is exactly right. Just make sure it's not non-judgmental because
it's not.
Spell check is going to try to but spell check's going to try to convince you that that's the correct way to be, and it's just like, nah, we're metal, so therefore I'm non-judgmental. Not so much non-judgmental.
We hope you understood the joke.
You know what? We will talk to you next time.
Thanks for checking out Non-Judgmental. Be sure to check out the Facebook and Instagram. And be sure again to check out the Star City Punkcast, also on Facebook and Instagram.
Non-judgmental. Be sure to share us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.